Welcome back to GamecocksOnline.com. I'm joined by junior Shannon Williams, who had a great first weekend for the team, going 3-1 at the first pair with Allie Denny. And we'll start by talking about that pairing. You and Allie teamed up last year and had a little bit of success, but how do you feel that you guys as a pair have matured coming into this season?
I feel like we've matured as a pair because we kind of have a unique situation where last year I switched up being with her and I was a big and she was obviously a little, and then somehow one weekend we decided to split block, and which doesn't typically make sense because she is the smaller of the two, but ever since then we've just cruised with that and it just works with us, and we've continued to develop that partnership where she's getting stronger on the net and I'm getting stronger as a defender, but then again we also have the ability to switch it up and I can go to the net and she can defend. But I just think our communication and our bond just continues to get stronger. The fact that we're playing a second year together now.
And it seems like you guys really get each other fired up emotionally. So how important is it to have this second season, just from a mental perspective, and know that you guys are there for each other and you know what each other needs to be strong in a match?
Well, as she's walking by right now, she's an emotional person, so you can tell what she's feeling, and when she's hyped up, it gets me going, and if I do something good, I know that she's going to be right there screaming behind me, and same thing for her. I've always been kind of like a monotone player, but she kind of brings out the more energetic side of me, and she's obviously a baller, so she gets me pumped up with anything that she does.
Let's talk about this week of practice. You've had pretty much every single season we could think of. You've had a lot of wind, you've had a lot of rain, you've had cold temperatures, you've had some warmer temperatures. How has that kind of gotten you guys ready to get locked in for a weekend down in St. Augustine?
Yeah, I was actually just thinking about that because my hair is really blowing in this interview, but I think it's good because we had great weather in Stetson and everyone was enjoying the sunshine and everything like that, and then we get back and it's kind of gloomy and rainy and windy and conditions that aren't very favorable, but everyone's attitude and mental game just had to be checked in and just use this to our advantage. I don't know if the weather will be like this in Jacksonville, but at least it's making us better for a future tournament date that could be windy or rainy.
And we're looking ahead now to the UNF Invitational. You're facing two opponents that we saw last week with FAU and Georgia State, two new opponents with UNCW and UNF. So how have you guys prepared for some early season rematches with Georgia State and FAU and getting used to some new faces that you may not see across the net with those two new teams?
Yeah, I think I'm kind of looking at all of them as new competition because who knows if we'll be lined up the same way against Georgia State and FAU. And I feel like it's better to go into them anyways without having some pre-game assumptions about how the game could go. So at least me, I think a lot of people are just going into them as all new games, equal playing ground. We're just going to get after it. And I'm excited to face the teams again and also for some new competition to keep building our team.